So good morning and welcome to Lehman College. I am Suzette Ramsinda. I'm the director of the Office of Campus Life, which is located how far? All the way on the other end of campus. But that's where you get a lot of good free things. Before we dive into today, when you walked into registration, you saw a group of students, and you're going to see them when you leave from here today. And I want you to know they worked hard to make today really special for you. We see orientation as a welcome to you, a welcome to our family at Lehman College. You're also going to hear from a group of panelists, and I don't know about your office, but I know their office is crazy right about now and busy. But they reserve time to come and answer your questions. So please jump in and ask questions if you have it to the panel. You're also going to meet the Dean of Health Sciences, Dean El Gloria. And so for folks who are majoring in that, please ask questions. This is the time to do so. The VP for Student Affairs will be greeting you. But before we even start, I just want you to know that this is a really warm and welcoming community at Lehman College. We have so many resources for you. And the thing is, typically we overwhelm you with all these different resources today. But what we are going to do is on the first and the second day of school, we are going to have a resource fair, and you can't miss us. We are going to be in the center of the campus walkway. And just so you can't miss us, we are going to be giving you ice cream on the campus walkway. We want to make sure we see you. Get everything that you can, flyers, ask questions. But also when you registered, you got a Lehman folder. Can you open up that folder and take a look at what you have in there? Because some of the speakers are going to refer to that, right? College is not just about academics. It's about friendships. It's about connection. It's about community. And folks are going to tell you about that today. I really want you to take your time, enjoy today. It's not a long day, right? In 2 hours, you're going to be out of here. For the folks who told me when I met them in the morning breakfast or the morning snacks, I shouldn't call it breakfast, you said that you were nursing majors. We have a pretty cool nursing building. So when you're doing the campus tours, make sure and ask them about that, okay? Before we even start, we're going to move over to see a video from the president of Lehman College, President Delgado.
Welcome to Lehman College. I'm Fernando Delgado, and I'm here to welcome you to your new beginnings. Lehman College is one of the top institutions in the Northeast and the top-ranked Hispanic-serving institution in the country. We pride ourselves in making good by our students. We're here to support you, we're here to challenge you, we're here to encourage you. We're here to help you succeed. Please join us in that path. Get engaged, be involved in student government, join clubs and organizations, stay connected to folks in your majors, get involved in the life of the campus and in the community around it. Lehman College affords a wonderful array of academic opportunities and experiences to learn and grow, be they on campus, in the Bronx, or even study abroad. As you come to Lehman, know that you are picking an institution that wants you to succeed and is organized around student success. We're so happy to have you here, and we know that as you go along your journey, your success will be championed by us. Your success will be celebrated by us, and your success will be a manifestation of the choices, the actions, and the behaviors that you exhibit as a student at Lehman College. We're thrilled to welcome you to campus. I hope to see you walking across campus, and just know, simply by coming here, you've made such an important step towards your future success. Again, welcome to Lehman College.
You're going to have a moment to take a picture. He has a photo up on the 29th of August on the campus walkway, and we have some really cool props. So if you are on campus on the 29th, please make sure to see us and get pictures with the president. You saw a bunch of videos. If you came early, we played a loop of some of the videos from the Division of Student Affairs. And I am really happy to welcome our Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Jermaine Wright, and he's going to tell you about all the services and programs that we have available. And he's a pretty cool VP for Student Affairs, so I think you're going to like him.
Thank you. You all are just not energetic enough. Good morning. I need energy. I like feed off of your energy. I don't know about you all, but I am excited and proud to be a part of the Lehman family. I rep my set. I bleed green and blue. We have our Yankees, green and blue, fitted, which you all are now a part of the Lehman family and can participate in our next iteration of it. The next hat will be blue and green, and I'm gonna get that too. I'm proud of this institution because I'm from the Bronx. Lehman is of the Bronx and for the Bronx. I'm an immigrant from the West Indies, Jamaica, and I came to the Bronx, and Lehman has been a family thing, a first-generation college student. My mom attended Lehman College while I was simultaneously going to college as well. So she was an older student in the nursing program trying to figure higher education out while sending me to college as well. So had it not been for her stick-to-itiveness, her persistence, her ability to want to make a change in our lives, I would not be the Vice President of Student Affairs standing before you now. So Lehman holds a special place in my heart because of what it has done for my family personally. For the Bronx, we are the only four-year public institution in the Bronx. The Bronx has the Bronx Zoo, the Botanical Gardens, the Yankees, right, for all of those baseball fans. If there are a couple of Mets fans there, we accept you all too. But the Bronx is a special place. It's a special place because of the community that we've built, and Lehman is a part of that community. You heard individuals mention not only the community that you built on campus, but off campus. So how many Bronx sites do we have in the building? I don't see any X's. Oh, y'all not throwing up your X's? How many people from Manhattan or Harlem? Okay. What about Queens? Mount Vernon, Westchester? Brooklyn? Staten Island? Okay. Thank you. From wherever, what borough, what area you've traveled from, this is your home. Within the Division of Student Affairs, you saw the video, you saw the loop, and if Stephen Castellano is as great as I know he is, he's already put it on Blackboard, so you will see that for every single class that you have. I sent it to you over the summer. So it'll be there. So the video that you see there will be on loop. So when you log into all of your classes, when you log into Blackboard, you'll see that video and you'll see the things that I've had to mention. So you will hear about the Blueprint to Success, which is one of our marquee signature programs within the Division of Student Affairs that we're very proud about. For those of you who are listening to that video, what does BTS stand for? I almost gave it away. Peter, I've memorized your name because you've answered a lot of questions, which is a good thing. Perfect. Peter gets a gold star. That's the type of responsiveness, and that's how you play a role in your education. Don't sit idly and sit by and let the education experience pass you by. Get involved, get engaged, raise your hand, ask the questions, seek out the assistance. That's what we're here for. So our other signature program, I won't get too intricate or too deep into it, but Peter, do you know what Blueprint to Success is roughly? Perfect, wow. So he got it. So it is a guideline, it's a roadmap for your 4 years in college. We have mapped out what your 4 years is going to look like because we don't want you on that 5-year, 6-year plan like some of my friends did and like I almost did in undergrad. We want you in and out in 4 years. So we mapped it out in 4 years, all of the services, the connection points, things that will make you successful, and we plotted it year by year by year. So all you have to do is log into your Club Central. You can see all of the events and activities we have planned, some of which are already in your folders. So the Build-A-Bear, the ice cream social, picture with the president, all of those things are part of that roadmap. We want you to be engaged and connected. There's another program that Samuel mentioned, and I know he was one of our wonderful camp mentors, but he mentioned the acronym or what CAMP stands for. Can anybody besides Peter give me the terminology or the word for camp? You can guess, you can look it up, and maybe in your folders. I see some of you looking, which is a good thing. That means you all are at least trying to figure it out. I know it's a lot of information, so let's guess. What does the C stand for? How many of you took the train, the bus, the car to get here? You all commuted to get here, right? So what does the C stand for? See? I knew there was a reason why you all made it here. You're going to be intelligent, bright, articulate, Lehman alum thereafter. So it's the Commuter Assistance Mentorship Program. Lehman College, like all of our CUNY institutions, we are 99.3% commuter campus. Large number of our students commute here, right? So we wanted to create an experience, a service that takes into consideration that you all are commuting here and how different that is from a residential experience, and to hold that true. So we had 2 iterations of this program. We're still working on it, but for all of you who are taking FYE 250, there's gonna be 10 sections in particular, coupled with ways that you can sit and meet with our mentors, either in the Student Life building or also in Schuster, that they will be a part of the freshman course, the LEH 250. 10 sections, and you'll have them during that class time to help, to assist, to partner with, to talk about resources, right? We know it's vital and important. Peer mentorship is key and vital to the success of our students. And we want individuals who are closer proximity to age and experience to help you navigate higher education. Because I saw from the hands that many of you were first-generation college students, right? So it's a daunting task. I know when I sat in your seats, and believe it or not, I'm an introvert, so I sat way in the back. I didn't talk, I didn't raise my hand, right? So all the things that I didn't do, I'm trying to let you all know that you should do. Because I just sat there, I listened, I observed, but I didn't participate like I should have, right? So I want you to learn from my lessons or the things that I didn't do when I was an undergraduate to get the best of this experience, to get your community, get your tribe, get your resources. And our last signature program is our Seeds of Change. So that's a program to really help have difficult conversations around what it means to be an inclusive, social justice aspiring campus, and the different intersectionalities and ways that we show up on campus, and how we're inclusive of one another in a respectful way. So we're excited about all of those programs, right? So you heard in the video that it was 1 division, 5 subgroups, and 12 departments. I'm not gonna go into what they are because your eyes will glaze over, but just know that the Division of Student Affairs has a plethora of exciting opportunities and programs and services to help you. However, I'm gonna end with this. You have to help us help you. This is a joint collaborative effort. You have to meet us there. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to advocate. You have to be willing to step up and join us on this journey, and we will always be there to assist and to help. So thank you once again for allowing me to say a few words to you, to share some of my experience, and best of luck here at Lehman College. And just know that we are here and to assist and help however we can. I'm gonna say it again, just in case you all missed it. We're located in Schuster 204. Our door is always open, and we're always there to assist. Thank you.
Thank you so much, VP Wright. Before we transition to the panel, we have a pretty cool video from one of our student leaders that we are going to show you.
Hey everyone, my name is Alicia Rodriguez Ali, and I want to share my story with you. I started at Lehman as a freshman in the fall of 2017, and from then, I knew I wanted to major in political science. Taking courses in poli-sci helped me to have a greater understanding of government, along with the political process in the United States and the world. While I was learning a lot in my classes, I still had a desire to be a part of the Lehman community in a greater way. That's when I learned about the programs that the Office of Campus Life had to offer. I was walking with some of my friends in Carman Hall, and a person tabling told me about an opportunity to go on a leadership retreat, and that everything was paid for. While I learned a lot on these retreats, they were also really fun. I went on to complete 3 different certificate courses offered by the Office of Campus Life, including Introduction to Leadership, Advanced Leadership, and Leadership Advocacy module. We even got to go on trips to Washington, D.C. to meet with elected officials, which really inspired me to pursue a career related to law and politics. I served as a senator in student government for 2 years, which allowed me to advocate for my fellow Lehman students and to make a change on campus. I even got to represent Lehman at the model New York State Senate session in Albany. My training in leadership enabled me to make the most of the opportunities that I was able to accomplish outside of Lehman as well, which included being the secretary of the Bedford-Moshulu Community Association, interning with New York State Senator John Brooks, and being a political canvasser for 4 different politicians during their campaigns, along with having the opportunity to be a poll watcher. While these experiences were so enriching, my college experience had its ups and downs. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, I faced a time period of fear, stress, life changes, and difficulty focusing on online classes. So I decided to take a break from school. I didn't know if I was ever going to come back to Lehman, but I finally did in the fall of 2023. Some things were different, but the love that I experienced from the Lehman community was still the same. When I came back to school, I knew I wanted to be involved in extracurricular activities again, and I became the vice president of the Seekers Christian Club, which allowed me to meet other people who share my faith, make friends, and build community. I even got to return as a work-study employee at the Student Life Building, with a new role of being the social media manager, which taught me the importance of professionalism, along with skills I can take with me to a future job. I graduated in May of 2024 as a first-generation student with a bachelor's in political science, and had the incredible honor of being the commencement speaker for my graduating class. Now that you've heard my story, what will yours be? Follow us on social media to see all of our upcoming workshops, programs, and other information to help you take your first steps in being a student leader at Lehman.
So folks, we have the celebrity here. So Alicia, can you go to the middle? So she is the one who created this video. Alicia is going to be a student panelist, so we're going to seat Alicia first. Alicia, can you just tell them what you just told me?
Yes, is this thing on? Please put the QR code back up at the end of the video.
This is the way you can really see in your social media all the things that are happening, and you don't have to, I mean, we want you to read your emails, but this is also going to be on your social media.
Yes, so guys, please pull out your phones right now. Everybody, please pull out your phone. Follow this page on social media. Why? Because everything that we have been speaking about today, all of the activities, if you want to be updated with everything, it's going to be on our Instagram, it's going to be in our TikTok, so you really want to be following this page to be up to date.
Thank you, Alicia. Speaking about being up to date, in your folder there is a WhatsApp flyer, and we have the person who's in charge of social media for Lehman College who's going to tell you a little bit about it, Janelle Martinez.
Thank you. How y'all feeling? Energy, right? So as mentioned, my name is Janelle Martinez, and I'm the social media specialist here at Lehman College. By show of hands, who's following Lehman College on social already? Okay. All right, we got quite a few numbers. Also got to give a shout out to Mildred Perez, who's on the social team. We are lean but strong, I would say. Definitely, as Alicia mentioned, with Lehman College, very similar on all of our platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads. Soon to be, we're like literally a few days out from launching our TikTok, so stay tuned for that. And then we're on WhatsApp, right? So it's Lehman CUNY. I know we do not have our fabulous QR code up here, but you can follow us at Lehman CUNY, both on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. If you're on LinkedIn, just search Lehman College, and similarly on Twitter. And so you'll find all of the resources. You can connect with your peers. You'll see the great work that they are doing, as well as our faculty and staff. And so it's a really great place to just be in the know. And so in your packet, you do have a QR code. Anybody want to wave it around? Do you see the QR code for the WhatsApp group? Yes, so please go ahead and scan that right now. We actually have a fun challenge happening today, so you got the opportunity to even win some prizes. So you definitely want to scan that code and be in the chat. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on our social as well as around campus. Thank you.
So much. So, folks, now I'm going to call up the panelists, and the person who probably gets a significant number of questions is, take a wild guess, financial aid. Yes. So we're going to call Nick Somos, who's the Associate Director of Financial Aid. An office that folks should be really familiar with is onboarding. Zenaida Bao is the Associate Director of Onboarding, and she does a fantastic job with that team answering questions and helping you get acclimated. So Samuel also mentioned that we are a pretty safe campus, and the reason is because we have one of the best public safety divisions in all of CUNYs. And any CUNY you go to, you should tell them that. Lehman is the best. And I'm going to welcome Alan Orozco, who is the Assistant Director of the Office of Public Safety. You are also going to hear a lot from your professors about Blackboard, and now it's called Brightspace. It's still Blackboard. So this person who I'm going to call up is a wizard. Like, he does, it's incredible to me that you do so much for this whole campus. Stephen Castellano, who runs Blackboard. When COVID-19 hit, online learning became a big deal for a lot of our country. But we already at Lehman College were ahead of the game because we had a pretty well-established online learning office, and Asma Nablet is going to come up to represent that office. And just as a reminder, this beautiful person in pink or purple is Alicia Rodriguez, and she is the student representative. She's going to talk to you about getting involved. And I'm going to welcome back our student life specialist, Patricia McDonough, who's going to facilitate or moderate this session.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, panelists. Thank you very much for supporting our students. We're going to have 2 questions at a time, and it's going to be 1 to 2 minutes. That way the student can ask questions at the end. So I would like you to introduce yourself and tell the student how your office benefits each of them. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. Ooh. Okay, I guess you guys can hear me. Hi. Good morning. My name is Asma Nablet. I am an online student support and academic resource specialist. I run our peer mentoring program. We were formerly the Office of Online Education, and now we are the Center for Teaching and Learning, and I provide student supports through that office. It's so nice to be here and to see you guys today.
Hi, everyone. Steve Castellano. I work for the Department or Division of Information Technology. I work pretty closely with Asma's group as well. We collaborate on a lot of different things. My primary role here is to manage what we call a learning management system. And right now we are currently using Blackboard. But by the time your first year is finished, we are going to be migrating to a new system called Brightspace. So you're going to be hearing a lot about that over the next year. We're going to be offering like little training sessions. There are things that you can do to learn. I think you guys will, if you're pretty comfortable with a computer, it's going to be very, very easy for you. But I'm here to support your technology needs in the classroom, and I support students and faculty here at Lehman.
Hey y'all, my name is Alicia Rodriguez Ali, and I'm honestly just honored to be talking in front of you guys today. I'm really glad to see you all, and I hope that I get the chance to connect with some of you afterwards, because you should be really proud that you're gonna be a Lehman student, because that's who we are. We're proud of where we graduate from. But I was a student, of course, and also I worked with the Office of Campus Life, which basically is in charge of all of the extracurricular activities, or many of them, on campus. So if you want to start a club, join a club, join our leadership program, some of the stuff that I was talking about in the video, that's what the Office of Campus Life is responsible for. And I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to get involved. I don't recommend just going to class and going home because you're really not getting the most out of your college experience. And so many of these things are offered to you for free. You don't have to pay any extra, and you're kind of already paying for it anyway. But so, yeah.
Good morning, Lehman. Good morning, Lehman. All right, we're getting there, right? My name is Alan Orozco. I represent the Office of Public Safety. Among the actual keywords public safety, we represent to be the first few faces that you see when you come into the campus. All right, we do our best to facilitate IDs. We patrol the campus. We make sure that we regulate all the rules and regulations in order to make sure that you guys are safe, happy, and we support the academic success of the college. Among other things that I've done and we in public safety do is that we publish material, like for example, keeping yourself safe. We just came out with a commuter safety program in order to make sure anybody who's coming from the Westchester area, Bronx, or any of the MTA services that we have in the city, we facilitate best ways to keeping yourself safe. All our resources are in the public safety website. Take an opportunity to do so, to check it out. And if you're having issues, if you're having any trouble, you feel that you're not safe, let a public safety officer know. Another thing that we also offer is special attention to your areas, heat, patrols. We do escorts to your car, to the nearest train station, even to the bus stop to make sure that you get to and from Lehman College. And one of the key points that I'm honored to actually, and privileged to actually be here is the fact that I was a student. I was a student at John Jay. One of the things that I want to make sure that you guys know is take advantage, as we've all mentioned, and the panelists, VP Wright and Suzette, and everybody at Lehman College, take advantage of what Lehman has to offer. Lehman is a town, that's what I consider it, and we're all here to make sure your success is your personal story and a Lehman story, all right? I started as a student, I went to one of these orientations, I was recruited to the Office of Public Safety at John Jay, and now I have the privilege of actually standing here to talk to you guys. Thanks. So take advantage. We're also recruiting for our office, and it's a civil service position. You have a campus security assistant and your campus peace officer, which is a law enforcement position. And civil service usually means you pay it, but for students and somebody who's a CUNY affiliated, you have a waiver that can pay your civil service exam to join our team. You can come see us at Gate 5 for further information. So thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Zenaida Bao. I am the Assistant Director for the Onboarding Advisement Office. Many of you have probably already seen advisors from our office. So our office actually is the first step in the advisement process for incoming students. So we take care of incoming freshmen, incoming transfers, second-degree students, and readmit students. The only students that our office does not serve is special populations. So if you're a student that belongs to a program like the SEEK program, the ACE program, the adult degree program, or an honors program, then you have assigned advisors from those programs. But most of our incoming freshmen come through the onboarding advisement office. Our advisors, which you are assigned an advisor, help students with a number of different things. So we have, a lot of you have to have tasks that you need to complete, forms that you need to submit, and holds on your accounts, and all of those types of things. So we help students through all of that process. We also help students with course planning. So what courses are you, supposed to take for your first semester? And then in the case for incoming freshmen, we also assist incoming freshmen with registration, that whole process. I know that process is new to all of you, so we assist students with that. The way that you are able to see your advisors, and I'm sure, again, many of you have already met with your advisors, but you can schedule an appointment with your academic advisors through the Navigate system. Navigate is an app and a website. Again, many of you probably have already used it. If you do need help with trying to schedule the appointment with your advisor, our office is actually fully staffed today. We're located in Schuster Hall, room 174. Again, that's Schuster Hall 174. And our advisors are there today. I'll be there this afternoon as well, helping students. So if you have not seen your onboarding advisor yet, or you're not sure who your advisor is, you can stop by our office later so that we can help you and get you started. But welcome to Lehman, everybody.
Morning, everyone. My name is Nick Simos. I'm one of the Associate Directors of Financial Aid here at Lehman College. And I'm sitting here thinking, when did I attend orientation as a freshman? And that was 33 years ago. And I started, just like Alan, as a work-study student in the Office of Financial Aid. And that's how my journey into this career began. So take advantage of these opportunities while you're here, because you never know which way life is going to turn for you and which road you're going to take for your career. We administer millions of dollars in financial aid. And that is between federal, state, institutional, outside scholarships, student loans, all of that. How many of you, by show of hands, completed your 2024-25 FAFSA and TAP applications? God bless you all, you survived. This was the most challenging year. So when we would joke around and say thoughts and prayers for your financial aid administrators, we desperately needed it. It was challenging, not only for us, but also for you, but in return for us, because there was a lot of unknowns. There was a lot of roadblocks. There was a lot of choke points. There was a lot of moments where you got stuck somewhere and we didn't know how to properly answer it. So this totally revamped application was definitely an experience for all of us. Our office services students. We also have a computer lab where we assist you to complete your applications. Also, if you need to submit some documents and you're unsure how to do it using your CUNY First and Student Forms softwares, we do provide those services to help you and make it a smooth transition to get your financial aid processed in time. We also have one-on-one appointments. We offer Zoom and in-person appointments. As my colleagues mentioned, we also use the Navigate app, which you will be familiar with that, and you can schedule your appointments to come in and meet with us, or if you would choose the Zoom option, you could do that as well. We overcame the most difficult year, probably in I'm not going to say in the history of financial aid, but definitely in my 33 years in financial aid. This was the most challenging. However, thanks to proactive students like yourselves, we were able to process financial aid. For those of you that have processed your financial aid, have done all your applications, and you see what your awards are, you may be qualifying for a book advance that is to be paid out this Friday if you have direct deposit set up. If you don't, you will get a paper check. But for those of you that are still unprocessed with your aid, please get that done as soon as possible, and please also set up direct deposit so you get your funds quickly, which will assist you in purchasing your books and supplies to start your semester. It's August 20. Believe it or not, the federal government has already announced that December 1st, the new application will be available for next year, the 25-26 FAFSA application. So with that in mind, be on the lookout. Through Navigate and also your emails, we will be planning in-person events to help you file those applications. Also, take advantage of our computer lab. Once you see that the application is available, start scheduling appointments, around that date. Once it becomes open, come in with the required documentation you may need, and let's get you completed with that early. And why early? Not because we want you to get it done early. We need you to get it done early. You are here to do what? Pursue your dreams. Pursue your degrees. Let us worry about processing your financial aid. Don't wait till the last minute, because then the stress level goes through the roof. You got to study for finals. You got midterms. You can't be bothered with the application. You don't have time for it. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner it gets processed, and the sooner you get your book advance in order to help you pay for your books and supplies. If you have any questions, we'll be here. Also, we do have some flyers, which also has 2 QR codes in the back. One to schedule an appointment with our main office to answer any and all questions about your aid. The other one is to schedule an appointment with our computer lab to fill out the applications. We also provide a live chat feature where you chat with a live administrator. It's not a robot. It is a live administrator. Just make sure when you open up that bot, you type the word agent, and that'll connect you to a live representative to answer any and all of your questions. So welcome to Lehman. Good luck on your studies, and we'll be here to answer any questions.
As we said at the beginning, Lehman cares. One of our questions for the panelists is an advice. Some of them has given to you already, but we're gonna ask them again because we want to listen each of them. So which advice you will give the student in this new journey, and also your office location. And this is the time when you grab your pen and your paper and write the office, because you probably will forget. I did during my time. So if you take notes now, you will keep it sure that your office is, where the office is located and where you need to go. If you have any question, you're gonna have your section later on that you can ask any question during that section. But the panelists now will give the advice. I'm gonna start with Nick Simmons over there and all the way to the end over here. Advice and your office location.
Okay, office location, that's the easy part of the questions. Schuster Hall, 136. The only advice I can give you, file your applications early, check your emails, check your CUNY First tasks and holds, follow up as soon as possible. We want to get your aid processed as quickly as possible, so this way there's not a lot of back and forth of you needing to come to the office with any additional information.
Okay, so again, our office is located, the Onboarding Academic Advisement Office is located in Schuster Hall, room 174. And remember that if you are part of a special population program, SEEK program, ACE program, adult degree, or honors, then your advisors are actually coming out of those programs. But our office, again, is Schuster 174. We'll be there this afternoon. You can stop by. If you don't know who your advisor is, stop by our office. We can help you. We'll look it up. We'll let you know who your advisor is. And I think really from the advisement side, the advice that I can give you is just don't wait till the last minute. Always make an appointment with your advisors. The minute you know you need some help, go seek the help. A lot of times if you wait till the last minute, it gets harder to see someone. So that's the biggest advice I think that I can give you. But yes.
Public safety is located in the Apex 109. That's where our administrative offices are. Gate 5 is the heartbeat of our operations. If you need to file an incident report, you need to any type of supervisor or any suggestion that you need or questions, you can start there and we can follow up from Apex 109. For the advice, do me a favor, look to your left and look to your right. Just follow me on this, right? The reason why I say this is because we're each other's keeper. If you see something, say something. Because when it's better to make a report with public safety and we investigate if there's something that you think that is suspicious, something that you think that is not right, something that you think that should be reported, make that report. One of the misconceptions that there are is that what's a report gonna do? I can tell you what a report's gonna do. Our office works with VP Wright's office. We work with other offices in the campus in order to make sure that you get the resources that you need, that you feel safe, and that you actually feel comfortable coming to campus. If you see something and you say something, we're gonna use that report and all the information that we get from that report to make sure that everybody in this room is safe and everybody in the college is safe. Even if it's not about you, then still say something, because guess what? This is, like I mentioned before, this is a town. We're here to take care of each other. We're here to make sure that we come to and from Lehman College back home to our loved ones. So keep that in mind. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
As far as advice goes, I would say there's so much advice, but I have a limited time. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up. Stay persistent, because a lot of curveballs are probably going to come your way. Sometimes things are going to get really frustrating, even with your process of, like, as he was speaking about financial aid, or even just your life. Like, you might go through some issues, you might have some hard times, but my advice is to reach out to the resources that are available to you on campus, because you're not alone. For me personally, through the Office of Financial Aid, my tuition was completely paid. All of my years, Pell Grant paid for everything, and so did TAP, a combination of both. And even in my last year, since I graduated in 5 years instead of 4, when I was tapped out, I received grants or scholarships through the scholarship office at Lehman. So for all of my years in college, I've never paid $1 out of my pocket for my education. And that's how many resources there are available. So even if you don't know something, or if somebody didn't tell you about a resource, or even if you forget everything we tell you here today, don't be limited by only what you know, right? Go and ask somebody and say, hey, I'm dealing with this problem. Is there a way that somebody on this campus can help me with this? And I'm pretty sure there's going to be help for whatever it is you're going through. And for the Office of Campus Life, where we have all the club rooms, if you join a club, or if you just are friends with people in the club and you hang out in the club rooms, the game room with the pool table, the video games, basically the fun building on campus. That is a Student Life building. The Office of Campus Life is located within the Student Life building. So you can speak to the Office of Campus Life staff there, and literally just go there to have fun, like when you have some time off.
Hi again, everyone. So my office is located in Carman Hall, room 108. My office is located in the Open Center. We have a big computer lab, which has a number of about 120 PCs and Macs and printers, color, black and white. So my office is located there. We also have a faculty computer lab. So technically, I'm located inside the faculty computer lab, but you're more than welcome to come over. You're going to be interacting with a number of different technology systems here, from email to Blackboard, eventually Brightspace, Zoom, Blackboard Collaborate. You're going to need logins for all of that. All of those systems. So you're going to have, there are basically 3 logins that you'll have. The first login is for your email. So that's going to be your first name, period, your last name, at lc.cuny.edu. So there are some exceptions if you have a name that might be considered common. For example, Jose Torres. We have 4 people on this campus named Jose Torres. So there's Jose Torres, then there's Jose Torres 1, Jose Torres 2, and Jose Torres 3, okay? So I can help you sort all that out. You'll also have a login for your CUNY applications, which is your first name, period, last name, and the last 2 digits of your EMPL ID number. So it's really important that you know that EMPL ID number, at least the last 2 digits of it, so you can access the systems, the CUNY systems. And those are Blackboard, eventually Brightspace, Zoom, DegreeWorks, and I guess Navigate is probably one of those systems that you'll be accessing. And then you also have a Lehman login, and that's just simply your first name, last name, and that will get you printing, that will get you on the wireless network that will log you into a lab computer. You'll be able to print. So I can help you sort all that out, and there's no such thing as a silly question. Don't worry if your classes, you don't see them right away on Blackboard. That's on the instructor. It's not that you're not enrolled in the course. You are enrolled in the course. The professor just has not made it available yet. I teach as well, so right before the beginning of the semester, I'll send out a note to all of the faculty. Remember to make your course available. This is how you do it. You go into you go into your control panel on your course, then you go to customization, then you go to properties, and you make the course available and you submit it, and then the students will see it. But you won't see anything. Don't be alarmed if you don't see your classes live on day one, because your teachers just haven't made them available yet. Okay? Thank you.
Yes. Yes, my name is Asma. Just to iterate again, I'm in the Center for Teaching and Learning. Right now, we are located in the Leonard Leaf Library on the concourse, or the very lower level of the library. And I provide a lot of supports for online education, and specifically for students who have hybrid schedules. So we've noticed, even after the first few waves of the pandemic, that students still take or register for online courses. And there are some students who are very interested in online programs for its flexibility. So if you are curious about learning more about online courses or just the online educational experience at Lehman, you can reach out to me in the Leonard Leaf Library, or you can book an appointment through EAB Navigate. And just to emphasize all the points that were made here, EAB Navigate is going to connect you to a lot of people, your advisors. You're going to see your instructors' information also listed on EAB Navigate. It's a great resource to also get information about metrics such as your GPA, your class standing, and so forth. The advice that I would love to give to you guys today is to have grace. Practice forgiveness, lots and lots of forgiveness. I did not do that enough in my undergraduate experience. I was really focused on having very good grades, making my folks proud. Everybody in my family has graduated with a degree in the sciences. I decided to go into the humanities. And my folks were like, so what are you gonna do with that? And there was just a lot of pressure, to pursue the things that I really enjoy and that I love. And along the way, I've had to just find grace to keep moving forward. So embrace the highs, but also the lows, learn from that. Don't take it for granted as well. Have grace, but don't, keep making mistakes all over the place and whatnot. Try to learn from your troubles and apply that and be stronger, So that would be my advice to you today.
I do have a question for Alan. Alan, may you please tell the student where they can pick up their ID? This is one of the, a clue that you guys can have at the beginning of your journey. Because when you get here the first day of class, a lot of students gonna wait on the line just because they forget the ID or they don't have the digital one. So, but for the physical one,
You can get your ID at Schuster 079, and we have extended hours all the way to the third week of September, so take advantage of it.
And just to add to that, your ID is very important because that's what's going to give you access to the library, the gym, the student life building, and all the other facilities on campus. So it's very important that you get your physical or digital ID.
thank you, Samuel. We're gonna take some questions from the audience right now. If you do have questions, I'm gonna pass the microphone around, and then this is the time for you to ask some questions, okay?
And I'm walking again, thank you.
I have two questions, but my first question is, how do you get your digital ID?
You should have gotten a link to get your digital ID, and you can upload your photo, and Public Safety will get communications to whether your photo was approved or not. But you get it through the registration office, I believe.
Okay, thank you. And then the second question I had was, I applied for FAFSA and I don't see any information.
I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
Okay, so what you have to do is first check CUNY first. See if you have anything listed as under tasks and holds. The other thing is use the live chat feature and check with one of our administrators. We want to make sure on the FAFSA application, Lehman was listed as a school code. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes other schools get listed, and for some reason, if our school code is not listed, we will not see the application, even though we're all part of CUNY. So it could be a number of things. But primarily, if you've completed the FAFSA application and Lehman was listed as a school, chances are you may be missing something that needs to be submitted. So always check your tasks and holds.
Okay,
If not,
thank
feel
you.
free to contact us, and we'll do a deeper dive into it and figure out what the issue could be.
I have one question. Well, actually, two questions. I know Samuel was mentioning about the clubs, and I was wondering, he mentioned something about tailored to some ethnicities. Is there anything for like the Hispanic community?
Samuel, I think you have a better memory than I do, but I believe we do have definitely more than one club probably related to like the
Yeah.
Latino community to
I know
be
there's
connected and
the
things
Mexican Student Society.
Yes.
Caribbean Unity also incorporates a lot of Latino and Hispanic communities as well. And then there's the Latinx Pre-Health Association for nursing students and students in the medical field. But like we said, if there's not a club there that you would like to have, you're more than free to join, to create your own.
And my next question is regarding, I know a lot of students struggle with trying to buy books. Books can be very expensive. Is there any help with maybe borrowing a book from Lehman for the courses that we're taking? Or is there any way, maybe where do we go to see if any other students might have books that they're selling off because they already graduated or something, we can buy it secondhand? Like, where do we go to get that information?
Yeah, so good question. Many courses use what's called free textbooks or online. The textbooks are online. Open educational resources is what we call them. So a lot of your classes will use that. There's been a big move here in CUNY and specifically at Lehman to have professors use the open educational resources. But if you need a textbook, you can go to the library and they will hold the textbook on reserve for you. And then you can go and copy, if you wish, photograph or, PDF it, however you want to do it, the textbook. And some publishers even give the instructors a couple of free chapters that they'll put up. Usually the magic number is like 2 or 3 chapters. They'll let the instructor put up, so that might get you through the beginning of the semester. But the open educational resources and the library are great resources for getting textbooks.
Also, I just had a delayed thought. From the first question, anybody who wants to know all of the clubs and organizations that we have at Lehman extracurricular for you to join, I don't know if they mentioned it in the beginning, please write this down. clubs.lehman.edu. You need to have that website like saved on your phone because we have a whole list of organizations and clubs. That's where we all uploaded our stuff. So you're gonna see every club that we have there, it's gonna be on that website. Not only that, but all of the events that the clubs are throwing, you can go and check every day. Hold on, I gotta put y'all on real quick. If you don't have money for food, hit some of these club events because they're gonna have some food. So, of course, and good food. It's good food. And here's the thing. While you're there, even if you only show up for the food, you're gonna meet some great people and you're gonna hear what they have to say and you're gonna get to know some people on campus. And on clubs.lehman.edu, when you click on an event, under the event, it says perks, and some of them will say free food. They literally put that there just for you to know. And in addition, I just wanted to piggyback off of the question with the textbooks, because that was something that I was definitely scrambling about as a student. Through the scholarship office, they did award me something to help me with textbooks, so that's located in the Apex. If anybody has a room number, you can shout it out or something. Second floor in the Apex. It's like not too far from the elevator. And in addition to that, my personal tip, as a person who went through this, is, like he said, you can get the book temporarily from the library when they're like on reserve. If you have iPhone, go to the Notepad app. Maybe some of you guys don't know this, maybe you do. You can pull up the little icon that says camera, and that's literally a scanner on your iPhone. It's already built in, and then it saves as a PDF. So what I would do is, I would go to the library, find the textbook, and even if Lehman doesn't have it, you can get it shipped to Lehman from another CUNY school, if another CUNY school has it. There was one time that I just happened to be in Manhattan, so I just stopped by the CUNY Grad Center to get mine. And I sat there and I scanned the whole thing. Why? Because I'm not paying for that, right or wrong. So you can just scan the whole thing and have it on PDF. And this is just a little plug, Speechify. If there's anybody out there, I'm sorry, I don't work for Speechify. I'm just saying, if there's anybody out there that you struggle to focus on the text while you're reading, that was me, so you're not alone. And some of the text that your professors are gonna give you are gonna be really, really, really long. Plug the PDFs that you scanned into Speechify. It reads it out loud to you. And if you get a premium account, which they gave me half off because I was like bartering with customer service, Snoop Dogg can read you your homework. And I loved it. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, because he's so down to earth, it just helped me to focus, okay? And you can change the speed of how he talks. Guys, check out Speechify. I don't work for them. It helped me.
You definitely sold me.
Yeah, I'd also like to add one thing. For those of you who might have older computers or no computers at all, we can loan you technology that you'll need to help you with your studies. So we've established what's called an Office of Digital Inclusion, where you can actually check out a computer for the semester, or an iPad, or a MacBook, or a PC, whatever, or a Chromebook. And of course, there's no charge. All you have to do is just fill out the form, take care of it, and return it when it's due at the end of the semester. The Office of Digital Inclusion is in Carmen Hall. I forget the number. I want to say it's 148. But our help desk over in Carmen Hall in room 108 can definitely guide you there. So we can loan you the technology that you need to help you with your studies. So if you have older technology or no technology, go take advantage of it, because that's what it's there for. We want you to use it.
Just a quick plug, because I know one of the students asked about textbooks. Within the Division of Student Affairs, we have a book voucher program that we provide students up to $250 that they can take to the bookstore and purchase books. It is first come, first served basis, and it's based on need. So our website for the Division of www.edu/student affairs. So all of the information regarding our food pantry can be found there as well. Somebody mentioned food. There's grab-and-go snacks. There's packages or bags of food that you can get at our food pantry. There's so many services that you can access here. Just remember some of the key places that they can be found. So again, our website is www.lehman.edu/student affairs. So when you go to that website, you'll be able to see all of the things that the division offers, including the food pantry, including the book voucher program and other basic need grants, travel grants, other services, supports that you all can access.
I think we had a question in the far corner.
Yeah, and I'm coming to you. I just also want to add to the book question as well. I believe every single book that's in the library is also available digitally. You just visit the library's page, you type in your CUNY credentials or your Lehman credentials, and you'll have access. Some of them you have to read it online, but then there's other that allow you to download the PDF version of the textbook that you wish. So you don't necessarily have to go to the library. It's available digitally as well. I just want to turn your attention to your folder, to this pamphlet that's in there, your schedule. And at the back, it's listed all the different divisions, the departments, and the information that you'll need for them. So in case you missed it, or you didn't get a chance to write it down, or you'll forget, because me, it's here for you to, I think somebody was asking for the scholarship office. It's Apex Room 240. And every other office as well, IT Help Desk, Public Safety, Apex 109. And almost every single Lehman number starts with 718960. So you really have to remember the last 4 digits for the specific department that you want to call. But all the information is at the back here if you need it. And I also want you to look inside. The resource fair, all the departments that spoke to you today, as well as many, many more, will be having a resource fair on the first and second day of classes, which are August 28 and August 29, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the campus walkway. You can't miss it. There'll be a bunch of tables from all the different departments, the Wellness Center, Public Safety. They'll all be out there tabling, giving out pamphlets, free stuff. We love free stuff. And most importantly, all the information and resources that you'll need for the various departments. Okay, so don't throw this away at all, I would say. Okay, who had the question over here? Okay. I'll go to him first because I saw him first, okay?
Yeah, I have a few questions. First one, when should we see like financial aid coming in? And my second one, when does the gym open?
Someone want to answer the gym question first, because mine's going to be a little longer.
I mean, the hours of the gym, I think, is until 7 every day. And highly recommend going there to the Apex, because there is a pool. You guys can go swimming if you have your ID card. There's basketball courts, tennis courts that you have access to. Obviously, the actual gym part, like to work out weights. Sorry, I don't go there, so the weights. Exercise machines, sauna, the sauna, yes. He likes the sauna, so you might like the sauna too. But it's really, really, really fun. I regret, there's one thing I regret in my college career was not going to the pool until after I was already finished. But I just went last week with my friends. It was really fun. But take advantage of the pool because it's nice.
Wait, do you know when it open, the gym opens though? You said it finishes at 7, but when does it open?
9 a.m. 9 a.m.
Yeah, I believe most facilities on campus open
Monday
around 8
through
to
Friday.
9. Yeah, so when classes start, classes usually run from 9 to 9, so that's when most facilities are open, except for the library. Around midterms and final season, they open till midnight, so you can study there.
So your question on financial aid. So when you said when is it coming in, do you mean when will it be dispersed to your account?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you filed and you're eligible for whatever type of aid you're getting, yesterday 25% of the Pell Grant got dispersed, and if students have an already processed Pell Grant and TAP award on their account that covers more than enough of their tuition and fees, then a book advance would be processed, and you get that at the end of the week. The end of September, because we have to make sure you've already been enrolled in classes. At that point, you're 100% liable for tuition. The rest of your financial aid gets dispersed to your account. But if you're not sure of what you're getting, you should always check your CUNY First account and click on the tile that says Financial Account. And then you'll see a breakdown of your aid. You'll see tuition and fees. It'll be like 3 columns. Tuition and fees, pending financial aid, and then total due. The total due column will be the dollar amount, if there is a dollar amount, of what you will owe after your financial aid gets applied to your tuition and fees. So always look at the account. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us so we could take a closer look to see maybe perhaps there's some documentation that's missing that we need, or for some reason we didn't get the FAFSA, or it could be a number of issues. Okay?
Got you. Thank you.
Yep.
And you could always visit the financial aid office at room 136 in Schuster as well. You had a question here?
With an appointment.
With an appointment, that's correct.
Thank you.
So my question is regarding the IDs. Is it like that we have to renew our picture every year, or is it a one-time thing?
The same picture you take is the same picture that's going to follow you. If you want to change it, I might have to charge you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, just to add, your first ID is free to take, but if you do misplace your ID or it gets stolen for whatever reason, to replace it, that's when they'll, collect your wallet for the new ID. But yeah, the first picture that you take, someone over here? The first picture that you take, 4 years later when you get a beard, it'll still be the baby picture that you took in high school that's on your ID.
Yes.
Hello. Which building on the campus do you go to for internships and job opportunities?
So I can take that. There's a career services office. That's not their name. There's a long name. It's Career Exploration and Development Center. So they have a number of services that they help students with. They are in Schuster Hall on the second floor. It's like 254. Thank you. So yeah, Schuster Hall, room 254. They help students with things like internship opportunities, employment opportunities, and a number of other things. They help with interviews. So if you have an interview coming up and you are nervous about it, they help you with that. They help you with resume building. Lots of really great stuff there. So I definitely recommend at some point during your first semester, you should definitely pay them a visit.
And another question.
Real quick too, just so I don't forget, we also have the career closet, right? Which is available to you if you don't have like the proper attire for a job interview. There's blazers, slacks, shoes, ties. For the girls, we have dresses too, heels, whatever you need. And that is free, and that is located in the Student Life building as well.
Okay, and another question is, where is the scholarship office that you said earlier?
Yes. Room 240 in the Apex in the second floor.
I didn't get one. Thank you.
One more question. I think we had somebody okay, I'm coming to you.
We have a lot of questions.
And anyone that you see wearing this Black Campus t-shirt with this button, ask me. Once we leave here, you could feel free to go up to them and they'll be able to answer your questions.
Right.
Okay, so hi. So this is about online classes. I'm taking them on Tuesday and Thursday, and I heard you guys are giving laptops in one of the rooms. I think it was 148, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure of the room number. I could certainly show you where it is, walk you to it, or you can just go to our campus help desk, which is in Carmen Hall. It's just at the opposite end of the hall. So it's like...
Okay, and
Yeah.
For these classes, would I get a Zoom link, or is there another way to join them?
Oh, good question. Very good question. Every student, I also administer our Zoom system for Lehman. So every student, okay, everybody here? Yeah. So every student has a Zoom account. You all get it. You would go to cuny.zoom.us and you log in, just click on the button that says sign in. There's going to be a lady sitting on like a shelf with a laptop, and you're just going to click the sign in button and you use your CUNY credentials. Does anybody remember what the CUNY credentials are? Can anybody tell me? Go ahead, what are they? First name dot last name and what? the last 2 digits of your Ample ID, right. And then your CUNY password. So that will get you on Zoom. And that's Zoom Pro. It's not the free version. It's Zoom Pro. You can be on there 24/7. You can record to your computer, you can record to the cloud. You can configure the account pretty much the way you want. I do have some things turned off because the university said that we have to turn them off, so I turn them off, but you have access to it. It's there for you. It's Zoom Pro, and it's every student in CUNY has it. So there's a number of accounts that are out there. Yeah.
Also, I just want to add that not all online courses are online synchronous. So if you're enrolled in an online asynchronous course, you probably cannot or won't, you shouldn't expect a Zoom link necessarily, but if you're unsure, reach out to your instructor. So not all online courses are online synchronous. So definitely check that information out.
Yeah, and one note about is anybody enrolled in a fully online course this semester? Okay, time management is really critical and Ozma can tell you that, as well as anybody else sitting in the front of the room here, and Allie could tell you that as well. But time management is critical. Don't let this stuff get behind you, right? Stay with it. Budget time during the day. When I was undergraduate, for every hour in class, 2 hours with the books. That was the rule of thumb. So I spent a lot of time in my room. I spent a lot of time in the library. A lot of it sleeping, but no, seriously. So really, don't let your classes get behind you, because it's, most of you are going to be taking 4 or 5 classes. Some of you maybe more. This stuff piles up really quick. Don't let it get under you. Stay with it all the time. Just stay with it. Keep with it. Don't let it wait until the last minute. Stay with it, during the course of the semester. Every week, stay with it. And ask your professors. I teach as well. I love working with students. And I love working with other faculty, but if I work with like one student and the light goes on, I consider that a good day. That's a good day. So Michelle is one of our photographers. She took my class. She could tell you. I'm real pro student. So just don't let it get behind you. Don't wait until the last minute to do stuff. If the professor gives you an assignment, try to get it done that week. Don't say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm a procrastinator myself, but not with studies. Do it.
And just to add on as well, piggybacking off of what she mentioned about the type of online course you take, for those of you that don't know that, when you take a class that's called asynchronous, you never meet ever with your professor or your class unless they hold office hours. But like for actual classes, you're not meeting. So what that looked like for me in my experience was basically they told you this is what we're going to do for the whole semester, and not face-to-face or on Zoom, but just you log online to Blackboard, or it will be Brightspace, maybe, whatever it's going to be, and you have to stay on top of it. No one's going to be on top of you. Me personally, I forgot those classes ever even existed when I took them. I was like, oh yeah, I have an asynchronous class, because I'm a visual learner, and if I don't see my professor talking to me face to face or anybody from my class, it's very hard for me to stay engaged. So I highly recommend in classes like that, taking advantage of the office hours with the professor. Just be like, hey professor, I just wanted to look you eyeball to eyeball, wanted to meet you, I wanted to know about this class, can I talk to someone, a human being? And if you're like a person like me who struggles, if you're like a visual learner, that could be very, very, very helpful. And maybe even a group chat with your classmates if you're able to do that.
Thank you so much. Folks, can we stand up and stretch a little bit and say thank you to the entire panel? Nick, Zenaida, Alan, Alicia, Stephen, Asma, thank you for taking time out your busy schedule. You needed to stretch. So now I want to push you to do one additional thing. It's weird, so get ready for it, introverts. Can you turn to the person next to you and say, welcome to Lehman College?
Welcome to Lehman College.
Welcome.